Bromies, it's your boy Ricky here. I hope you're doing well today. Today I'm going to be showing you a card making making a card from the latest products from LDRS. I will be showing you how to make this lovely lady. Bam, we got like a little shadow situation, we got some gold, we got some sparkly, really nice card, kind of, I don't know, seems like it's touch of fancy. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video, and also click the bell so that you know new videos are out. So sit back and relax, enjoy this video, and let's get started. Okay, so to make this card, we're going to be using some white cardstock along with some black and a white card base. We're going to be using the Poppy Posy stamp set along with the matching stencils. This also comes with a matching die. I do not use it though. And then we're also going to be using the Big Words birthday die. I love these Big Words dies. They're freaking amazing. And then we're also going to be using some various LDRS creative colors, some brushes here. And then also, as you can see, my background, the squirrel and vine glass mat, very lovely, very pretty, is also available over at the website. Make sure you check out all the products listed down below. Okay, so to go ahead and get started making this card, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our MISTI ready to put our cardstock in. We're just going to set this down in the center here and use the magnet to put this down. I was having some issues with the magnet apparently when I was making this card. Couldn't get them out. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get the stamp and we will put this in the middle of the paper exactly where I want it to be. I'm going to be using a different technique this time, so I need it to be in the center. We will go ahead and get that pulled out, and then we'll be using the LDRS hybrid black ink here, and we're going to stamp this out. Now I don't show you in this video, but I do stamp it out twice to get a good impression. One thing I would suggest before you start ink blending is to maybe heat set this ink, because I did notice when I was doing a little bit ink blending it did smear, and I think it's because I didn't give enough time for the ink to completely dry. So we're going to use the little impression tool here to make sure that we get a good impression. Looks beautiful, love it. Okay, and now we're going to get started using the stencils. And I'm just using my backing from my stamp wheel, the Altenew stamp wheel here, to get this to hold down onto the surface while I use the stencils. So I'm just going to match the stencils up to the flower here. And this actually sticks onto the mat, so I don't have to use really any tape to do this. I will be holding down the stencil as well. So we're going to take our red here, and we're just going to use our ink blending brush and then go ahead and get all these flowers inked up in the areas that are open. Like I said, I did notice a little bit of the black like bleeding, but it was fine. It's fine. The card came out just as good. I just want to let you know that there will be some bleeding if you do not, or spreading, if you do not maybe heat set it or let your ink dry all the way. Okay, now we're going to be using a lighter red, more of a pink color, and we're going to putting that on the remaining petals of the flower. We're just going to put that all the way through, and then once we get done, we will do the reveal of that, and the flower portion will be complete. Then we'll move over to the leaves. So look at that, very nice red. You can't really tell there's a difference in the colors here, but there is a difference in the different red and the lighter pink. Okay, we're going to take our lighter green here and use our little blending brush and go ahead and do the first set of leaves here. And then once I get those blended out, I'm going to show you what that looks like, and then we'll do the last set of leaves. I love doing these color blendings because it just makes card making so much easier. You're not spending a lot of time doing Copic coloring, which I love doing, but when you're on design teams, sometimes you don't have all that time to do the coloring. So we're going to go in with our darker green and do the last remaining leaves. And then this portion, like the coloring of the flower, will actually be done. And we're going to reveal that. And look how pretty that is. And it took a few moments. Wasn't that bad at all. All right, so what I want to do here, the effect I'm going for is kind of like a, I don't know what it's called. I think it's like a shadow effect is what they call it, but it's not really. It's really, I don't know what to describe it, so we're just going to walk through it. But basically I'm taking the shadow of the die, and then I'm placing the die in the center there. And we're going to tape this, and we'll run it through the die cutting machine. So once that comes out, there's going to be several pieces to this card. I'm going to be using 2 pieces of it and then another piece of black. I'm basically, you're going to see here when I take this off, it comes out pretty much in one solid piece, but there is a layer that is removable from that. I'm going to do the same thing, except for I'm going to cut it out of black cardstock, and I'm only going to be using a portion of what cuts out of the black cardstock, and you're going to see that here in a second as it gets pulled away. So I'm going to be using the center piece, the black piece of the black cardstock. And I'm basically going to be placing this colored piece in the middle, like that. So in order for this to work, what I need to do is to place the outside piece onto the card base. So I'm just going to take some liquid glue and put that all around the bottom here and all along the back of this, but also on the bottom and top when those very thin layers, they also need to have it. So it's very nice to have like a precision needle glue bottle for when you have to do things like this. And I just got this bottle from Amazon and I just filled it up with some glue. I think that might be Barely Arts or Art Glitter Glue, or it could be Honeybee Stamps. I have so many glues, it's ridiculous. All right, we're going to take this black piece and we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to put glue all along the back of this. And then once that is complete, we will then place that onto the card base. And we use liquid glue so we can move it around, and not something that gets stuck permanently like right away. Because if that's the case, then I would have messed up this card already because I needed to move it around a little bit. I'm just fitting the pieces in, making sure everything's all nice and secure and that the glue is sticking. And what I'm going to do is put foam tape on the back of this layer, which is going to be lifted off of the card, which is, I think it's what's called the shadow technique. It might have different like terms, but basically this part is lifted off the rest of the card and it has dimension on it. This is one where you just kind of want to be careful and not push down too hard when you're putting it down, because once those foam squares, like once you press them down, they're not coming back up. So you just want to be really light with those. Now we're going to take the smaller sentiments, which is happy, to, and you. We are going to take those dies and we are going to cut those out of some gold foil cardstock. And then we'll just get that tape down, and then we'll run that through the die cutting machine as we do everything else with this card. And then once that comes out, we will then cut this out twice more with white cardstock. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want a little bit of dimension on these words, but not as much dimension as on those foam blocks. But also, I don't have time to cut small enough pieces to go behind these words. Let's be honest. Anyway, we're going to take these words, we're going to stack them on the white. Super easy here. It's nothing like mind-boggling. Here I am. I'm going to run these through twice to get the layers, and then we're going to start putting this all together, and the card's done, you guys. It did take me about 40 minutes to make this card and condense this down to about 11-minute video. All right, so I'm getting this glued down. I'm just going to glue the happy to the second layer of happy, and then glue all these words, and then we'll place them onto the card. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you head over to LDRS and check out all their products by clicking the links below. Also check them out over on Instagram, and check me out over on Instagram and YouTube by looking or by searching for Bromero Cards. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later, and I just love this birthday card. It is so pretty. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.